transitioning into that and looking down, do you feel you can see more with what's going on? You can see the spiritual chaos that's happening out there with the veil being so, I guess the veil being so thin, and you can feel the energy of other people. I know I am.
Oh,
what do you guys
it's a
think?
lot more than
what do
usual.
you think?
And I mean, that's why I have to kind of, and I can pick up on a lot of things. Sometimes we're absorbing stuff that isn't, or some of those darker emotions. Yes, it is like we're going through a collective dark night of the soul. Like I would say, a lot of people are doing shadow work because the lower stuff has to come to the surface, and a lot of you see what's being revealed in the media now. Some of the stuff's like, really, you're really pushing that out. Like I was like, okay. I mean, now, I mean, we've already been talking about this way before, all this stuff, but it's like, and it just a lot of people's belief systems are being crushed, right? So I do see the chaos, and I'm just being selective on who I share my energy with. And I was talking to him about we're talking about how attachments and everything, how and Sarah's worked with me too, and we've had attachments, how easy it is to get attachments even from someone coming in your place, right? Sometimes they bring things with them, right? So I'm just being mindful. I'm not saying I'm paranoid, but I am being very mindful of how I feel around people, and the veil is thinner. Sometimes I pick on weird things from people, even people you've known for a while, right? Because it's thinner, your awareness is there, the veil is being lifted, so you're seeing how people really are. And sometimes it's family members, sometimes it's friends you've known for a long time, and it's a big thing, because some of them I just know now. I don't think our lives are going in the same direction. I don't know if it's once again, I don't know if I resonate, and I have to make some decisions, or spending less and less time with them and starting to separate, and eventually could just be cut off completely. But I'm really seeing, and I'm seeing different sides of people. I'm seeing like dark. I mean, everyone has dark and light, right? We all do. But some people I'm really seeing, like, I don't know why, I'm seeing something different with certain people I've known for a while. Like different sides to them, like just them starting up a lot. It could be, if it's online friends, maybe them starting up drama, like for no reason, like stuff that I never really saw that side of them. And maybe, everyone has a side, but like I have more awareness. And even people like in person that I'm friends with, just they're different. I'm looking at them, I see something different now. It's like I didn't see it before, and I know I was in like different phases of my life, but I just think it's something weird. When I go onto public, I pick up on a lot more now. And he told me my psychic intuition is really improving, especially now that we met and everything. But it's just like I feel like my intuitions, like things are picking up a lot, and I'm becoming more, and I got more of the clairaudience, like the clairsentience and the clair like cognizant, like some things I just know, and I just pick up on these things. I don't really get the visions, but I just know things. I feel things. I hear things, and it's like, what's going on? But all this stuff was going on. I'm just aware of it. I'm connecting to it. And I think I think we're all going through it at some level, or some of us are getting more downloads. All of our senses are like increasing. All of our spiritual gifts, I think, are really like improving right now. Some of it's overwhelming. Like, oh man, this is what's been going on the whole. I was like, how did I not see? Like, it's weird. I can't explain. It's weird. It's like another level of awakening. It's like a different level. We've been awakening. We going through the stage, but this, whether it's ascension, frequency shift, whatever, just becoming more in tune, developing, they just stuff. It's different now. My reality is pretty like different. I mean, it's still the same, but I'm looking at things in a different way. It's a higher consciousness, awareness,
Yeah, I'm definitely.
What do you think, Sarah?
I'm definitely looking at things a different way too.
Things are trippy. It looks like when I go on a public. Okay, so we talk sometimes. Like sometimes we go on a public and things look like almost like unreal. Like sometimes I'm looking at buildings, I'm looking at people, and I know we talked about backdrop people. We talked about all that kind of stuff. But now things I go in public sometimes, and I'm like, why does this look so like fake? Everything looks fake.
Who's saying The Sims?
I just. What's that?
It looks like The Sims.
The Sims, yeah. And I'm like, is it just?
It
me?
looks like The Sims.
Yeah, I mean, I know I moved.
I saw a guy moving really weird the other day. I'm like, what the fuck was that? Like, it was just
I've seen
like
that too. Yeah, people are moving weird. Yeah, it's different.
Like
those games.
What was that?
Those games where you sort of see people just moving, like
they're just moving in spot.
No, they're just walking around like they've got no idea what's going on. They're sort of they're like transition.
It is a zombie apocalypse, right? I mean, I do believe this is. I believe this is becoming a because I've seen some things that are
don't even with the zombies. I swear to God, I have way too many like weird things in my life that link up to there might be zombies in this fucking lifetime. Just don't, just don't with the zombies, okay?
It's true, man.
Well, we
talk about Dark
that. Well,
Don't go down that track.
Know
Because
my
then I'll
fucked up
start.
zombie stories. Like I'm serious as fucked up. Like it's
Yeah.
fucked.
Then don't go down that path. I'll start. Bloody
I
hell.
even have like a zombie Elmira tattooed on my arm because I thought at one point I was like, yeah, zombies, and now I'm like, I don't want to even manifest that. Why did I get that tattooed on me? Like, why am I manifesting this shit? Like, no.
My friend wants to come and play.
Yeah, well, he can play with Elmira. She's got her
That's
buddy.
cool.
Oh,
I like that.
Elvira. Actually, talk about Elvira. Very funny.
It's Elmira from Tiny Toons and the bird she loved to
cool.
death.
Oh yeah, well, there's a story with him now. I've worked out what it's all about. Anyway, he's not. He's a very nice person. He's actually a Superman, an ugly Superman. Anyway, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. So there's just this different collective with what we're feeling, and I know it's really weird that you will be letting go. Obviously, I went through what I went through, and it opened up the gates of hell, if you want to call it that way. But like I say, I pushed through the forbidden door into my deep, dark and stuff that you go through your spiritual awakening. And I think what happened with me was I went through the introduction to this. It's like I was going through the school of white lighters. I went through this first time when I first had the spiritual awakening, and I learned all this stuff. And then suddenly they've gone, bang, giving me, right, this is your true spiritual awakening. You're going to kill your ego. You're going to learn about, you're going to go into the dungeon and grab all that real dirty shit that happened when you were a bloody kid, or whatever, the bloody inner child will be actually healed. You're going to actually deal with it. And, then you come forth and you go, holy shit. Okay, it's like I've had a big shit. No, Sarah, you just feel like, hang on. And then you come out this new person. It's like walking through. I know you see those shows where people walk down drenched like a bloody, and then they walk through the white, and then suddenly they're all walking out like this.
Yeah.
They go, hang on, I've transformed into something, and people can't work it out. The thing is, with what you were just saying, mate, I can pick up the shit now, man. I can't be around people.
There's a lot of people I don't want to be. Yeah, when I go in public, it's not paranoid, but I have it just
No, it's just the energy side of it. I can just go, hang on.
It's a lot of chaos. I think it's really important to go within right now in general. Meditate more, and like I said, with the veil being thinner, you have more guidance to your spirit guides, to your higher self, and I think it's really important to tap in more. Even with nature, just me going on nature, doing things where I'm putting my phone away, and I'm just kind of like being in the present moment. Because even meditation could be just. It doesn't always have to be you doing it. Like, you just meditating is also being in the present moment,
Yes.
Being in oneness with everything, like out in nature. I'm very called to be in nature a lot now, like a lot more, like away from people. And as soon as I went back from nature where people were in stores and stuff, I was like, oh no, time to go.
It's a case of like, it's just, you see a new vibrant, like I think we're all coming into ourselves, and we really got to and that's why I said that I had this thing yesterday. I'm sitting there going, and I saw this, I got this message from a video I was watching. They go, something's sort of still blocking you a little bit to let this thing flow. And the let it flow for me is just actually do what we're doing now. We're all coming into ourselves. It is happening, but it's a case of actually really embracing it. And I think as people that haven't embraced what we love now, we're still getting into that mode, and it's going to come because it's going to be, we're still walking what we walk. It's just basically, here I am. It's like walking out butt naked and go, rightio, bad luck. That's what you see, and that's it. We don't have that fear of going, look at that, whatever you may be, of being exactly who you are. And then see, you're still walking out butt naked. This is how I am. Take me or leave me.
Yeah.
But that's walking into a mirror of yourself. You look at yourself in the mirror and go, take me as I am.
Yeah,
man, if you had came up to the me of like 5 years ago and said, hey, you're a witch and you're gonna start embracing this, like this is who you are, I'd have been like, get bent. Like, get out of here. That's not like, no, like, you don't know me. And I probably would have had a good laugh. And now here I am being like, no, like I'm just, this is what I've become. This is who I'm happy to be. I'm happy to be in tune with nature and my body. I'm happy to be the kind of person that will pick up garbage that doesn't belong to me when I'm in the forest. Like,
That's part of connecting with nature too.
He got
is
so mad at me
respecting-
the other day because I just like started picking up soggy garbage, and he's like, "Ah, what are you doing? You're not wearing gloves." I'm like, "I don't fucking care. I'm fine. I'm not gonna get sick from this." And like, I actually, you know what's really funny? I didn't get sick from that because like I was already feeling this on that day. But yeah, it was just really funny that he's like, "You're gonna get sick." I'm like, "I'm already sick. Like, what does it matter?" And
I can't get any worse.
yeah, I'm just like, I'm gonna get sicker if I leave this garbage here because this planet is me. Like, this is a representation of my body and everybody else's body. And if we're gonna just allow there to be trash all over it, like, we're not taking care of ourselves. Because if we're all one and we're all one with the planet, and we allow for this to just sit here, we're not being conscious beings here. We're not doing something about it. We're just being like, "Oh, look, garbage," and walking away and letting it fester. That's not right, and that's not healthy for the planet or for us. So I started picking up the garbage, and I didn't give a fuck what he said. I'm just like, yeah, I'm touching the soggy garbage. I don't give a shit. This is important. And like, I do that a lot, and like, I kind of actually prefer to go to the woods by myself so that I can pick up soggy garbage without being judged about it, because I think it's important. And like, that's just what I do. And like, if you had told me 5 years ago that that's something that I would be doing right now, I'd be like, I don't do that. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And it's like, I've really...
We all knew it. Let's be honest. We all knew it. Like I was saying, I'm watching Charmed.
I knew it. But did I give a fuck back then? No.
We did.
I was in my own little world of like, oh, well, that doesn't really affect me. How often...
Well, we did give it. That's what I'm saying. We did give a fuck. Because we actually went against the grain. And we actually let our egos talk. I mean, as I said, learning how to get into that higher consciousness. Now that we're going really deep with this stuff, going into that, allowing yourself to be in your heart, bypassing your mind, which has been programmed into a certain thing. Your mind is there for what it is because we live in this world. We need to use it and use it correctly, but use it to enhance our heart instead of our egos being said, you fucking can't, get fucked. Well, I'm going to fuck you up, whatever.
Yeah.
And then stopping you getting connected with the universal consciousness or your higher self.
Yeah.
So when you do that and you do feel, they ask you, how do you feel? You go through the transition, which is shit.
Well, the funny thing is, I notice when I do pick up garbage in the woods, and I have it with the intent of, I'm not just cleaning up the forest, I'm cleaning up my body, and I'm helping to get rid of the debris that's holding us all back. And I actually, every time I get home and I throw the garbage away in the proper receptacle, I end up with a really intense download. And it's like, it always happens within moments of me either getting to the garbage can and putting it in, or right after I've put it in. So it's like the action of me removing that debris brings clarity and allows for me to have these amazing downloads. So it's like the thing that you wouldn't even think, like, oh, how do I get downloads? Go to the woods and pick up garbage. Yeah. Nobody would think that, right? But it's like, if we are all one and you're clearing up and you're creating clarity in the earth, why wouldn't that also create clarity within yourself to receive those downloads? If we're all energy and that's the way that it flows, and the earth is a representation of our body, pick up the debris, pick up the clarity. It'll help bring clarity to your own mind and to your own body. And so that's sort of the way I'm looking at it now, is like, how is the earth affected? What is going on the earth that I can help to clear up, that will help to clear up something in me internally? So even if it's just picking up, like yesterday, all I picked up was like a soggy 6-pack container. It was like one of those cardboard 6-pack containers and like an empty can that didn't even go with that container. And I just like put them together. I brought them home. And then I had an awesome download about the masculine and feminine energy and why women are having so much trouble communicating specific topics with men. And like, it was really interesting download. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, that makes communicating with men a whole lot easier in my mind.
Yeah.
So, like, but if I feel like if I didn't pick up that garbage, I would not have gotten that information. So, I don't know. It's interesting. We are all very connected to nature, and like just the connection in like, I don't even know where I'm going with this. Just like the connections. We have to pay attention to the connections. And, stop being so in our ego and thinking nothing affects you, because it all affects you. Everything that happens on this planet is affecting you, whether you believe it or see it or not.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest things that I learned, like, as a witch, is like everything that you do affects.
Has a ripple. It ripples out, and everything you say, and your thoughts, your feelings, like everything has an after effect, and words are spells. What'd you learn from words are spells? You know that. Yep.
We as I said, we're part of the our higher consciousness, which is connected to the universe. So we've all gone through something to wake us all up. Obviously, you go through the witchy poo. I've got the twin flame stuff going, which has woken me right up, and Di's gone through the same sort of thing. So
so have I. I've had.
Oh yeah, but your witchy stuff is woken you up.
From my situation, because it wasn't good for anybody. I'm working on it from afar now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, freaking
I don't have a fucking choice.
They say good luck. Yeah, fuck, man.
It's a lot. It's deep, man. All I gotta say is, without saying too much on it, it goes very deep, and I'm like, oh man.
Have fun, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't say,
come and talk to us.
Don't say that. Yeah, just never mind. Yeah. But
we're experts.
But it can be fulfilling too once you work from it. It will help you become your best version, work through the things that have been holding you back, bring awareness to things that you didn't know were an issue or things that need healing. So I look at it as that way, just how we can be alchemists and transmute it. It's helping. It's showing you right there what it is you need to work. And it's like it's a hard pill to swallow, because you're like, oh man, I gotta work on this too. But it's cool. It's cool though. It's very deep, like, emotion. Yeah.
Bloody deep, mate. Bloody rips the soul out of you and just goes, righty-o.
Bloody hell. Yeah, but it's good. But at the same time, it's fulfilling though. It is.
That stuff you've been learning for so long in your mind. They'll whip your mind out and go, righty-o, here's your ego. Bang.
Yeah.
Now let's work on that heart that's been so hurt.
Out of the ego and into heart space is what I keep saying. I mean, that's on any level what we're doing right now with the frequency shift, whether it does on everything that we're working on. That's it.
Yeah.
And Pluto retrograde's coming, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that'll be our topic for next week. I've got to jump off. I
thought it is Pluto retrograde.
It's our topic for next week. I meant, sorry. That'd be a good one to talk about, because a few people have been asking about what's going to happen with all these retrogrades and all this stuff happening since October last year, I believe. Since Halloween last year. Halloween this year is going to be the arse end of it.
You're right, Jay. You're always looking forward to Halloween.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to it, because it's going to be the end of it now. Then the arse end of it, all the good stuff, all the stuff we've been working on, this ascension is gonna show. We've been getting all these what's the word? Or anyway, we're getting all these things that are coming towards us that makes us believe in what we're doing. But it's all going to come to fruition after Halloween, because that's when the veil will go again. The veil will start to close off. Pluto retrograde, all that stuff. I just feel it in.
Gotcha.
I feel it on that. That's what I'm saying. Nothing. Yeah. So it's all going to come to an. It's all coming to an end, because that's when Pluto retrograde finishes in, I think, in the first week of November. So then, but yeah, be aware, ladies and gentlemen, if you're ascending, it's going to look really good for you.
Fun stuff.
But on that note, I'm going to have to cut this off.
Okay, we can go. That was a good chat.
But that was a great chat. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much for joining us on Live Theories. If you want to subscribe, like, share, and tell us how good we are, that'd be fantastic. We've got Diana over there, Trailblazer the Universe. She's all over the internet, and her partner, Shane, if you don't mind me asking, is doing a wonderful job getting the message out.
Yeah,
they do fantastic things.
Yeah.
If you want to send her a question or anything like that, or give her a comment, please do so. We've got Witchy Poo down there, Raven, Big Soul Healing. Too early.
I mean, I
get it wrong every time. Get the balls in the mouth. Anyway, so you got Big Soul Healing with Sarah. She's on TikTok and Instagram at the moment, and she'll be moving to YouTube very, very soon. Myself, Journey of a Whitefeather, I'm on YouTube, and I got Words of the Warrior on TikTok. Also, I got my other podcast with Jackie Lyons, with Jackie's Soul Stories, where Jay and Jackie's Twin Flame Journey podcast will be on in about 3 or 4 minutes. So we'll be talking about that. Lots of stuff going on. And also I've got the big fella, Cortez Medford, Hercules, Semen Retention King. There you go. You love that one, mate. There you go. We'll never forget you, bud. But he'll be on Spiritual Needs TV, and he's been doing some cracker stuff. He's been doing some cracker stuff on TikTok.
I've been like, whoa, yeah. I'm very entertained. Hey, he's on that journey again. I didn't even realize he was on the journey.
Let's talk about them. Ladies and gentlemen, geez, we will get barred. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thanks very much thanks very much for joining us on Live Theories. Awesome episode. Thanks, ladies, for all your time as usual. Love you to death. Thanks very much. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Hit that button to tell all your friends, and you'll get all our content.
And we're also on Spotify, and we're on podcasts too. So if you want to hear just the audio, you can follow us on all major podcast apps. We're on Apple, Spotify, Google, and
Buzzspot. Is it?
Huh?
Buzzspot, is that right?
Buzzsprout is like the host. They do have like you can't listen on there. That's where our website is. But I'm sure most people probably don't know what that is. So I just say Spotify, Apple, Google, all major podcast apps. You can find Life Theories on.
Sweet as. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go. Take care. Be your best self. Like, subscribe, and share as per usual. And we'll see you next week for Life Theories. Take care. See you. Catch you soon.
Bye.